I knew when I saw the speaking lineup that I was in trouble having to follow Andrew. I want to welcome all of our special guests who join us this evening. Please recognize Jerry Mahoney, our Board Trustee Chair, and her fellow Board of Trustee members. Would the members please rise and be recognized? Thank you for your great leadership. I would also like to recognize the tremendous work done by Paul Kelly, our principal, Sue Davis, our assistant principal, and our faculty and staff. Show them your appreciation for what they've done for you in the last 4 years. Congratulations to the parents and other adults who have made possible today's graduation of the Cardinal Spellman class of 2015. Those of us who have worked with your children over the last 4 years are fully aware of the great sacrifices that you have made to give your children a Spellman education. You may ask, was it worth it? Well, I can tell you this is quite a class. The members of the class of 2015 have exhibited the kind of qualities it takes to be successful. Not just monetarily, but successful people who understand the responsibility of each of them to make them around them better. Our alumni have taken seriously the Spellman mission of maximizing their potential, to respect themselves and others, to serve their community, their church, and the world. In the 53 years since Spellman graduated its first class, our esteemed alumni have made enormous strides in advancing themselves and the world. As an example, Paul Tewey, class of 1971, a Brockton native, began his career as a cashier while at Spellman at Burger King on Belmont Avenue. And today, he is now the president and CEO of Dunkin' Donut Worldwide. A two-sport athlete, Samantha Curran, class of 2011, will graduate this month from Wentworth Institute of Technology with a degree in biomedical engineering. Touched by the events of the Boston Marathon bombings, Samantha will be dedicating her career and her life to improving prosthetics. Karen Butler from the class of 1982, who has multiple sclerosis, founded a not-for-profit, Butler's Handicap Outdoor Adventures, to help people, young and old, with disabilities to enjoy outdoor activities. And of course, Deacon Joe Nickley, class of 1975, certainly comes to mind when talking about outstanding alumni. The Deke, as he's known here fondly, is an ever-present source of spirituality for our students and our faculty. Alumni call on Deke all the time, in good and bad, for weddings, funerals, christenings, and counsel. What many of you may not know is that the Deke has an undergraduate degree in business management from Boston State College and an MBA from Suffolk University. He's a small business owner for 35 years, but he has served our school for over 44 years. Ordained in 1994, the deacon not only changed his life forever, but has served thousands of Spellman students, faculty, staff, and alumni who have gone forth to change the world. And what these 4 individuals all have in common is they point back to their days at Spellman as giving them the foundation for the success that they have achieved later in life. Recently, I had a chance to visit with the class of 2015 with the assistance of our religion department. The 6 ministries split into 3 groups and we met in the chapel. I came away from the experience with a renewed sense of admiration for the senior class. They are intelligent, talented, committed, and just a little bit feisty. They're not afraid to speak their minds, but then you parents already know that. In many ways, the class of 2015 was a class of transition, and they were challenged by events they could not have possibly foreseen. Their president, Dr. McEwen, was taken from them after a long illness, which meant they would experience both the new principal and Mr. Kelly and me as their new president right in the middle of their high school careers. The tragic loss of Joey Glenn and of Janet Nickley Madigan, a pillar in our drama department, followed by the loss of 50-year drama head Bob McEwen and Senora Warnock, our beloved Spanish teacher, made our kids grow up in a hurry. These lessons of fragility of life were heightened by the personal losses that family and friends suffered in the class of 2015. And we are most proud of the way this class has handled all of these challenges. The class of 2015 has so much to be proud of. Outstanding academic performances, gutsy successes on our athletic fields, meaningful service projects, and trips, including sending a contingency of 150 students to the March for Life in Washington, D.C., which I might add was more students than the entire rest of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Boston combined. And I'm proud of them for that. You add to that a highly successful mission trip to Nicaragua and numerous other opportunities for service. Add a performance of Mary Poppins, which many are calling the greatest musical in Spellman history. Yes, this is a class that has left its mark. And now we are ready to send them forth into a complicated world, a chaotic world, that needs the next generation of Christian leaders to make themselves heard, knowing that they are prepared to meet the challenge. Your Spellman experience was not an accident. Regardless of how the decision was made, there were other choices for you. But you and your family decided on Spellman. That decision will be part of your personal story for the rest of your lives. Some of you are pretty emotional about leaving Spellman, and I am not naive enough to know that some of you are just glad to get the heck out. What I do know from talking to previous generations of Spellman graduates is virtually all of you will have fond memories of your days at Spellman, and most of you have made friendships that will last a lifetime. For 4 years, you were an important part of our Spellman family. Now, you are alumni. You are part of our Spellman family forever. Our door will always be open to you. We look forward to seeing you back at Mass and other festivities. We look forward to your visits, keeping us up to date where the roads have taken you. We love the class of 2015, and we will miss you. And like the song says, we've come a long way from where we began. I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let's go!
Our hope for you is that the next chapter of your lives will allow you to put into practice the things that you take away from Spellman. St. James said, faith, if it has no good works, is dead. Spellman has encouraged you, the class of 2015, to lead, to serve in order to make your faith come alive. Service above self is the very definition of the Spellman way. I believe that you have a great role model to follow in Pope Francis. I never thought I would hear a Pope speak the way Pope Francis does when he says things like, who am I to judge in a very judgmental world? Or to you graduates when he says, dear young people, please do not be observers of life, but get involved. He says further, and I guess if there's one thing I'd like you to take from my remarks, and I quote the Pope when he says, Christians cannot be pessimists. We are surrounded by pessimists. What we need are optimists. Our hope for each of you is that you go forth with an optimism that will fulfill your dreams and spread the good news. As Father Oscar would say, God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
God is good.
Spellman then, Spellman now, Spellman forever. God bless the class of 2015.
Alumni, graduates, class of 2015, go forth and serve. God bless you all.
God bless America. Amen. Wait, is that the one we put in the trash can? No.
She missed the caps. She didn't get a picture of that. Should we get a picture of that? Woo!